Dear students, I am Shreya. Have you ever looked around and noticed the different shapes in the world? From the book you read to the ball you play with, shapes are everywhere. Today we are going to learn about two types of shapes, 2D and 3D shapes. Learning outcomes. After the completion of this lesson, you will be able to recognize and name common 2D shapes like squares, circles and triangles. Learn about regular and irregular shapes, 2D shapes. Identify polygons and non-polygons. Understand the difference between flat 2D shapes and solid 3D shapes. Identify 3D shapes like cubes, balls, and cones in real life. Keywords from this lesson are 2D shapes, 3D shapes, polygons, regular shape, irregular shape, cube, sphere, cylinder, cone, prism, pyramid. Now we will learn about what are 2D shapes. In a geometry, a 2D shape refers to a figure that exists in a plane and has two dimensions, length and width or breadth. These shapes are flat and do not have depth. The sides of 2D shapes can be either straight or curved, and they may have any number of sides. Shapes formed entirely by straight lines are called polygons, such as triangles and squares. Due to their lack of depth, 2D shapes are essentially flat, making them ideal for representation on paper or screens. A piece of paper, for instance, has a 2D shape as it only has length and width but no depth or height. Examples of 2D shapes. Some common examples of 2D shapes include rectangles, circles, squares, triangles and quadrilaterals. Types of 2D shapes. 2D shapes can be further categorized into two types, regular and irregular, based on the properties of their sides and interior angles. A regular 2D shape has all sides of equal length and all interior angles are of the same measurement. An irregular 2D shape has all sides of unequal in length and all of its angles are unequal in measurement. Now we will learn about polygons. A polygon is a closed figure made up of a definite number of straight lines. These lines, known as sides, are connected at their endpoints to form a closed shape. To be considered a polygon, a figure must have at least three sides. This is because two sides cannot enclose a space to form a closed shape. 3D shapes. In geometry, a three-dimensional 3D shape is a solid figure that has three dimensions, length, breadth or width and height or depth. Unlike 2D shapes, which are flat and exist only in 2 dimensions. 3D shapes occupy space and have volume. These shapes are commonly seen in everyday objects around us, such as books, balls, ice cream cones, and more. All these objects share the property of having length, breadth, and height, making them 3D shapes. Examples of 3D shapes. Some common examples of 3D shapes include the cuboid, cube, cylinder, sphere, pyramid, and cone. Types of 3D shapes. 3D shapes come in various forms, each with distinct properties like different bases, surface areas, and volumes. Here are some common examples. Sphere. A round shape where all points on the surface are equidistant from the center. It has no edges, faces, or vertices. Examples include balls and lemons, cube and cuboid. Both have 6 faces, vertices, and edges. A cube has square faces, while a cuboid has rectangular faces. Examples include ice cubes and Rubik's cubes. Cylinder. A shape with 2 round faces and a curved surface. It has radius and height. Examples include candles and cans. Cone. A shape with a circular base and a pointy top, apex, featuring a curved surface. Examples include ice cream cones and party hats. Torus. A donut-shaped object formed by rotating a smaller circle around a larger one. Examples include tires and rings. Pyramid. A shape with a polygonal base and a sharp edges leading to an apex. Types include tetrahedron, triangular base, square pyramid, and pentagonal pyramid. Prism. A 3D shape with 2 parallel, identical bases and flat faces. Examples include triangular prisms and square prisms. Polyhedron. A 3D shape with flat polygonal faces, straight edges, and vertices. Types include prisms, pyramids, and platonic solids. Examples: octahedron, dodecahedron. Points to remember. 2D shapes are flat and only have length and width like squares, circles and triangles. 3D shapes have length, width and height, and they take up space like cubes and balls. A polygon is a closed figure made up of a definite number of straight lines. Regular shapes have equal sides and angles, while irregular shapes do not. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching.